So today we have been emceeing and co-facilitating the conference that we're doing today, the workshop, as we were just speaking about on what is it?
FASD.
FASD.
FASD is Fetal and Alcohol and Drug Syndrome. And this is mainly what we're talking about with Indigenous, adults, children. So that is what we're emceeing today, and bringing awareness about this disability. So yeah. So what we're trying to do is help the Indigenous people start employing Indigenous people to help and work with Indigenous. Yeah. So instead of doing things the white man way, we're trying to integrate and do things like the cultural way that Indigenous people would actually do things, and the way it would work a lot more better for Indigenous people. So what would your thoughts be as well, Taylor?
Yeah, I think it's important that especially here in Alice Springs and Darwin and Northern Territory, have more people that are First Nations working with First Nations people to prevent them in, going to prison, and supporting them when they come out, get them back in on land and stuff like that more. And, I think being blackfella myself, I would rather sometimes have, a blackfella worker as well. That's the problem, right? So here, unfortunately, there's a lot of white workers, which is always good, but I think that it would be good to get training and stuff like that for Indigenous people to provide them with work, because we find that they can't afford food, and there's no jobs, and there's no anything for them here, and it's really actually quite sad. And if the government and people would support them to get them jobs and help benefit them, I think a lot could be done here. And unfortunately, I don't hear a lot of early intervention happening here, like we do, back in Sydney and stuff like that, which is a big focus. But I feel like if they had a lot more, early intervention and, programs and stuff like that, and if the government would fund them,
yeah,
that would be useful too. But unfortunately, the government doesn't like to fund certain things, but then complains that things aren't being done. But I think it's very important that early intervention starts with the young'uns around here as well, which would be good, yeah. Yeah,
and being undiagnosed as well, there's a lot of undiagnosis that's, been that's out in the justice system as well, so if we could, get workers to actually start taking the time out to, spend time with them, and especially, as I was saying before, not white workers, the Indigenous workers, where I know most Indigenous people are going to connect with, Indigenous people. And I reckon lived experience as well. Lived experience is something that to me is a must, because I would prefer to work with somebody that's got lived experience, been there, done that, so that's where I would probably be a lot more happier working with somebody that's got lived experience,
And that's what we advocate for, is to make sure that you've got lived experience people front and centre always.
I've really enjoyed doing what I'm doing today. I thought it was going to be actually really hard, and mate, so did I. It's just rolling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, it's just coming as it was natural to us, and
we've been working great.
So yeah, I've really enjoyed working with Taylor, and
we're a great team.
Yes, we are, aren't we? I've been meeting people that know who I am, but I have
don't know
no
who they
idea.
are. Yeah, that's the same as me.
You know, it's like, you know, people are coming up to us and it's like, oh, hey Jai, hey Taylor, and it's like,
Hello.
hey, hi. The ladies that are working, what they do is they help the women that get out of prison straight away, and they're called Fig Jam, sorry.
Oh, we love Fig Jam. Nina,
Yes.
we love you.
Yeah, so Fig Jam is like probably one of the best I want to shout them out big time.
Yeah.
They are amazing women.
Amazing.
They do amazing things. So yeah, we're happy to.
We're needed.
Yep.
We're getting yelled at.
All right, we got to go. See ya.
See ya.